sir, baby, we are here trust so just about 20 minutes to top of the hour 8. Ramara Usudan kwa KOD ewa ha. Ze na na dwe de nkania no ejira so. Yodi, agaba.
Ya Wofa.
Na ho ye de.
Nyame adom ho.
Ene ze nkania ne jira so.
Ofri adana mbeka ho asem koya na.
I know.
Yendum ni bio.
Okay, let's hope say.
De bia no.
Situation no be sa.
Se ejina so. So kama pa boni bia nim. Nti omko ne se ya de a. So baba be chechim. Nti ehwese dum CC no as the new term aba no. Umbe use no accordingly because yenim say this government especially obo kanya dumpe na obi abo Muhammadin. So that they have that wrong perception about the Muhammad government in terms of power supply. Enti omo anyin free ho na sadin no emfree ne so na ema peni no enso ho ento no we bi kura na emfree no but edumu enti ya de ho ensem enso ade ebeba anasa ombeka ho ensem sanete nti Wofa sanete me ho ye na so bibi akoboko
yede nyame ase for democrat ne nhyase
right yenhyase na afi yemfa yeni enchim na yenhwe ene krata ahodo aba abetodwa me hyase with the krata ne din ede the daily graphic enim ena enei eda boyi na ohwa say a great budget too small for impact we see you set at PwC post-budget forum. We ayopenia nidi enso ede Daniel Akwe ono ena oye the chief executive officer Emma friends agric impact group eno de abetudwa say
this guy ye dey bua kwa adwuma no sa
ebe bua kwa adwuma na esha kra wentimi emfa mpuntu na omampani ehwe no
say enra debate in parliament ebem omo che say sika na allocating kra anye no na omo ka ho asem
so worka 1.3
ba kwa so say 800 million
ene kopie mu
aden na Ghana say kwa adwuma hu hia ye why
Wofa anye minim say I don't know how to put it because
it's quite strange. Ghana said they see here kwadwuma no enye because so MPP buy planting for food and jobs a laudable policy said on here no se sustain yetimi to asoa bepem na Kenya grow but first 4 years na funding no second term na funding na ma no planting for food and jobs was off
ategu kra
Emma a bro pa ne a bro rubber 120 Ghana cedis.
Rubber de tuntum.
Tuntum no. 120 Ghana cedis. A bro rubber tuntum no. 120 1.2 million.
Badge ne de any.
It's your koto dokono ka say obon 7 cedis dia. Don't complain.
Men sukra.
Because just a bro rubber we you
120
Ghana cedis. Anyway.
But you was as yantam at the hanum. Yeah, kase yekue betia yekua. Kue na my friends my friends. Galamse fo. Essence ye won sas yantam. E wo hanom ase kase di kua yonko akeke. Kua yonko akeke. E de ebo man ho bra. Nye di akwen ebetimi akwa nim. Wo de yanye hwe. Yen sas na da ho no. Yemfa nyekua. Yem produce di ebedie. De yentimi no, yem process. Yemfa nwu aye. Yemfa nkoto mama. Ebi wo ho no munye aduane ni o. Ayetimi process ni e de gu kan mu ni e de koma amanfo a o metimi nya aduane e diska sa dollars na e kwa atwe wa ha no ebi beba ya mamu no yeti ho
enko
right enti eno aye the daily graphic enim na yanko na afi yenhwe ne ntwom ho eho aye ne bankum so GCB launches MSE group loan okay eno eho na afi budget 2025 inspires hope ISSER.
Yeah, Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research. Almost say the be adwuma dia. Professor Quality say say the be adwuma dia. Budget no.
Some no makana dia.
And that's so.
Ne mom
say the be adwuma.
Say the be adwuma. Ho ne asem no. Aha, say aya na kan for baby o. Na ya no pantu dia be mimu.
Sao.
Ti ade na de na makasa Ghana for the basa yen tro nyema yen plans
enim ye
papa
ni mo say de be adwuma no
implement no that's where the problem is.
Okay yemfa Ghanaian Times ko wakata no to aso asem kre yara e na me say Professor Kote ya Diocese of South Social and Economic Research Group and University of Ghana Legon ni foni wa ha o kasem kro no as 2025 budget inspirational ISSER states calls for proper implementation. That's the key word. Proper implementation. Fantastic policy. Policy in the Trobetoa. Fantastic planting for food and jobs.
Correct.
The basi e de ye adwuma no. Tore bia fertilizer no kora amra no. Na tam na twam. Eno ne asem ti we no. Budget no waka se niema ese e be ye no. Yomode ase bit man ye. Make prisons transformative center. Mampene krata ye ode share openia or the Ghana Prison Service are not ra bafuboni, right? No catch say me so prison hono obi ko hono mo a ma on free o mra no asesa anya se mo che no kotum odam saa keke mon correct no na de okoye on san kodo obi o. Acquisition of Ghana Bourse complemented by OPLC follow due diligence GBCL. Ghana Bourse company for say o maton 80% of their company shares no e dia madwuma ku bi no say emu orem e na ma be kire mu self so bia enso nim. Ghana records annual shortfall of 330,000 units of blood. National Blood Service for na come say afibia moja ihia e dia ma manfo a musu hia moja no ya na intimi nya dodo no nti bo okọ se ya ma moja doctor se ma moja bi a 10 pounds 3 pounds a yinya ba akoma na se okọ editor bia no akiri no asa ba baje ba akọ aka ebi ni okra soldier for the shot dead in Boko and Nanumba ti Boko tokwei Boko tokwei da bain na tu betwa da bain ena tokwei tu betwa soldier ni a ono koboa santwe so bia be no ono akofo mahre ne kwa wom onyame huyemo
bo pa me anko daily guide na yemfa eno entwaso daily guide enim ene ya chro asem krona bi enso Ghanaian Times enim as Ghana Bauxite Company defense OPCL acquisition eno enso eda daily guide no enim afei RTI commission imposes 100,000 Ghana cedis fine on National Signal Bureau and also a work krata no so
obi ba so be information no afa ama no a otomra
say akwabi na IGP atwene den o say obusa questions miensa wo bi e course o poli ana say eye am robin e course of van mu no o say o mo fa nhwemu mra wasan akeka nsama hodo be na watwe omo
ba so be information be ma no
on RTI for no so di we din komo enso e fa sansam no eno eho ensem all right me yanko na fe yanko so ho no Ashanti Council of State Pool police reviewing CCTV footage minister ensema ode atudwanto hwa na chese eye muntaka ni emfoni enso eda hanom say AG drops back of them was treason felony charges no so eda ha
is working free
so your friend or Sajifo Becca Vemawo anti on also so the charges no ya redraw
yeah got a chronicle ko wakata no say government promises 13.8 billion for infrastructure but allocates only 800 million Ghana cedis KON when I kasa ko jo pon kroma ofo say e bi mrahye bgani kan no yeso afo ye ohwe abanyuma ne adansie eso o se so ohwe budget mu a abanso atwa cedis opepepim dumiensa ene opepim ahanwotwe 13.8 million ene ye de be infrastructure ka kwan school adan keke ho no nanso sika aban de ato pa se fanye saade no e opepim ahanwotwe 800 million e je say enu 10% kra o enti wo se de aban kan ye no nyeno ena omo ede eye adwuma. GBC was legally sold ya kan wasem Ghana Bourse Company Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative. We so ye say aban ebepa hontuma launch of the Tree for Life Initiative mampene che se Ghana ebedua nua eno ntia nche ebepa hontuma no bia so abobi se be ya enuadua no betimi akọ enkai.
Memfa the Daily Dispatch Enfantroso MMR OPCL's 80% acquisition in our company was legal. Ghana Bauxite Company near the kind akaho ensem edada. A Japan to contest MPP 2028 slots. and also the paper no enim.
Okay.
Afi Baumia's digitalization agenda proven right. We are Franklin Kujo.
Hey, Crofo is almost Franklin Kujo.
And Crofo. One more day I will to just say Baumia digitalization or the buy and they say dear, aha, a correct papa.
A game changer.
A game changer.
Okay.
Opening and some one also Eddie Abetu Edra. I don't know.
You ever the new crusading guide and trust now a new crusading guide front page what they on the for Canada compare kwa Japan food yaba and what they anas arimia anas and so after they na daddy and as a tomano na ekata na nim ewa ha was say anas wins $18 million against Canada Japan in US Essex County 30 million defamation case anas ko twa Canada Japan damiti you know so ko twa damiti aha say asemu akende egu no fin e waga na asa na so a criminal so titi amount for say okay who catches the catchman
who watches the watchman
who catches the catchman
okay
also anas so ma chew so aje bribe no anas so aje bribe no bi no na che no go wakata e kire say court bata bi wa America memu a omo atrase na no fiada no e na omo bua say asem anas de ko high court o Ghana odi fo say ono anas na mu kura o criminal and no cause o Canada Japan so a criminal no I say Ghana mremo no wiasa men na mremo no identity road to after to me go green treasure to need reputation to me go cause be a reputation in law of tort no and no so ko na say what could you be at the pen na so obi catch us your crofo na de kokko so go enu masko na sa de no kwa wa yibi ba
ogu hofi dada
court no assassin no mu na anas e de court America na anas mo kokan na America ne se de ntia Ghana asem no ye ni ama no ne se omo ahwe asem no miye de tosum yi no de Canada aka foundry Ghana kra no amanfo nya no be dey omeku no enti jury yeah atemwafo etrasa no so tie no na omobua de ama anas se wadibim ken entua sika no mo chichem $6 million omo kan nyina agbo mu no
$6 million
$18 million
wow
but ken so lawyer for the new so the statement about say ken so file appeal said there was a mistrial
yeah
see di wasem na agidi say ebu ntanche a otimi de call court fufuru mu so sen no say asem no ebi ye ni niye o say we jury ni atimwafo bo okro mo nye lawyers do in fact jury are not they don't have legal background
a team of
hanti ono so afara say yen kwashe the ruling of the jury no inti as at now there's nothing against Ken they are too conflictual now statement about we winning was the 8 million Ken team so kire say omo so afile ye kokotie say audio no beba yi a ebra judge ne kasa no ka mistrial no ho asem say omo follow statement na ebem just mfuni ejina we ya nas ebem just nya nas ye kokotie de course court bra na timuafo no ekasa no mra
and it says judge in our initial finding we awarded $18 million
Kessben
and a breakdown presuming $5 million, actual $5 million, and punitive $8 million. With your verdict and your note, your jury service in this case is complete. I truly have enjoyed working with you. You've been an attentive jury. Thank you so much for your service. You are discharged.
Sure, the defendant would like to thank the jury for this.
Get out of my cat. Thank you so much. Always know, and your note has been marked as.
We a bra judge no a kai ruling no, but the second part no ba be bo natural. A hona judge no can say omo follow statement for the mistrial no. Na on sanya day omo kwa uhim. Right. Iti eba modern say sabe kan lawyers no na ya ginchire mu. Say can Japan so go try $18 million no. And I say we are waiting for the appeal. Said there was a mistrial. Na yakwa hwe say bitimi aside den aka asem no ebiemu. Lawyer Dominic Brenya ewo ahoma no so. Ya ebo modern say yensa ebeka no na Kennedy you want to say
well I think sir judgment there a nipa na transit na wo hwe na say judgment bi so anka favor na say opese okoye appeal in ba you can still do
okay.
it even
lawyer ba line so ma menko tie no bra lawyer Dominic Brenya e wo line so a ye na ediko lawyer patriote enka ye mo ache no pay e wo Kessben FM so kwase
yeah I mean yeah
ba chona mpom ye de
yanko pa do na won
nyame ado ye ho ye pa lawyer Kennedy Japan ne Anas armiya Anas sensemo a ekokoto Ghana ha high court ebua etia Anas no ya tisa asem na kopi America court a na mframamu nra ama Anas the statement aba se wadi nkunim ya court na bo Kennedy Japan ka $18 million kind so for the crata aba se omonso afale another case and appeal said there was a mistrial it's the judge no answer him bio me say wakenke mo emunchiri mu adbema ye ne say
yo me na first and foremost o ba samu tumi dinu fufuro no ma party as they want to know ka e Dominic Brenya Oche a compound name
it we the lawyer we the producer producer
me dinu hia me fa
udin dey say hu hia wo
good
Dominic Brenya Oche
yes.
Fantastic noted
the spelling is quite different
Oche no and the me no wasem because Oche dey ya kandin timu amode ti ni si be shishe mo no anyway
yeah let me papa tell me no
okay
because what the father say okay why no go
sir I see
okay yes I think Kennedy na ya sabkona Ghana e kokoto ha ona buka ya phone dey dem no eno ana Anas so the South America na bibi to say defamation and this attack some na obeka se bia red to the country ya catch na we reach this kind of opinion because nobody be wa New Jersey the honor that different or also publishes that man and US and so be sure wa I was say we defend that we got some connection or link with US one. So we are on Japan business interest
okay.
Or feel but don't jump at the American citizens of Spain. And it's a US constitutional jurisdiction.
Okay.
Because
the next imagine say the internet to copy but the what clarify say because can Japan business interest so hontino America court to hon kwan say omutumi di asem no ma eyeye. Okay.
Or our residents or feel
those was akra again card kra namboa.
The big card on continue MP.
Okay.
What we now saying.
Okay, right.
Now as you America no who say how you do system by jury me only criminal trial in trial on indictment
okay
obi edi ko no kese bi na ya no trial by jury but America dey civil matter trial no almost trial by jury so say we any omo dey any no
okay
into we say na jury so when it comes to jury trial in America na yen na anasa baby no judge no waso dia ne say obi check many much ordinary people jury no nipa omuti man ni ma aso muti ato omu asem ni ifibia na ya take say thank of we may jury members of the community who ye defendant and who ye plaintiff to me objective the nipa we be part of the count ni e free the for aba enti for first ana yi omo on this man o metra service na omo say obegre mo no
Kessben
Oram Kenya Pong obi Anas dia Anas si omo wie na omo de issue for $30 million to me no mama $18 million
okay
na jury time o American so no say you must have the fear put me ni pay to me defender no I can't say na dem mo mean to say ama what you say ma so mo dey one chance here to me state video say there's a mistrial like no money in
okay okay
they say 100% so much I remember and I say na no me agree what check that care bi no the 18 million we go be chance to get 200,000 and that's seven Ethiopia. Once you said the Assembly opinion, if you announce that of the 20, I say, James, I was say, if you when you 20,000. We keep 20,000, so we could be no yes out, 20,000.
Okay.
And to do that,
it is a mistrial, no, can Japan na a diacro. Say, yes, here's him no mobile, right?
Yes, but I know, we make an answer, or maybe the first step and say, you don't train your mom with this again. So what you said, yeah, I don't know, yes, you need to say a mistrial, saying that some of the guys in the OP. I said, mistrial, we make an answer, settlement, sort of.
But there's a some idea that you dear we are to say a book in Japan.
Yes, for now, no, the idea, but because a mistrial, I say, jury now, for pass up, and I said, God, you can't take your moment, and we or Mudi Dia, some romance, yes, I mean,
the Abassa, the ruling of the jury, no, you're setting aside, copy say, be said in for, and I say, okay.
No, in fact, OPBM, when there's a mistrial, not talking agreement, or more opinion, that judgment is not standing, it's there, but you can't enforce it.
Okay. Because the entire honor charge say and run you no, and you have two conflicting statements. And that's so winning. You the 80 million mano. Can Japan campus so say or more file for mistrial for now no the ruling second Japan to 80 million no and ya dia ejina enye dwuma.
Yes. Ruling no judgment no. But you cannot execute it now, which means because there's a mistrial. A process. If you win it, I win it for now. But win on paper.
But I say, yeah, night say be a car, what they call High Court or Ghana ha. Na High Court to Buama Wono, na the Lucy a file appeal. Now you stay execution. Bizarre.
Or what do you need different?
Okay.
Jury trial, but there's a mistrial. Court now the bills are open. So
yes, I caught the D na.
Yes.
It's a say a court na sabe open case no because of the mistrial no. Just say announcing to me say we winning that defamation suit of $80 million no because yeah they are told compare say mistrial no be say cost we.
Obeka can win it because until it is set aside.
Okay.
Through the mistrial no. The status they say one winning. Because of the mistrial and the reopening of the matter, on to me starting go into execution.
Okay.
On to me judgment.
Okay. Lawyer, you check pictures I saw kind of video I have bonoa. Nipa ojina ho purport to be a nurse no. Max and Katanim. And one nose mask a craving the katana no. Ghana ha court to be as a friend nasa or send the nimpa de la onyi. No, which they were saying America, they say, how they were yin but I had a name say you're no one and ask the general honor they are. But a honor will be Max being Katan and names the Ghana court or Yenway Kai Supreme Court and no cry only any was winning anymore because he ante chickens about a budding in our trouble. What's the difference?
Trust me. Every time I
okay.
And now my mask in your money, dear. You can send it on a paper. Hey, telecom, that's telecom, you know me. So maybe I should show him. So I send it to me. But 1 year,
okay.
Yes, trust me. On the ground.
We bet was on the ground, but you new pa no who's on the ground. I see. Such an issue. Yeah, every Ghana has zoomed that international dimension. Na a court Ghana court to her. Okay, High Court ruling na a bag Ghana hana. Judge ne can say anasa kranoa or no se kay gun hufino or no mono was saying the D crada. It sadly no de buy no crano is soon. Qua Americano assessor. Yen American brano so should be un temu and Antony who say.
You defamation. What go who be who the could be a son of the crop. Standard no say being a control or yet upon the brand, that's where control. you know, at the store. Then, Mono, some no, in defamation, truth is defense.
Okay.
Truth is a defense in a defamation too. If you, and that's what land cases they bring to a class, and want some. That is maybe it's a guy called important bar. Only can defamation suit.
Lawyer, truth in defense. The ancient muka crash. I say, so Casa Macabi be a tiao. Name ya dance. We said the American no cra. Men can be a tiao. Okay. That be okay.
So what good hoofy? No, it can be a tiao. So what good hoofy? We are going for some of us are not the panel. Yachua, what conversation that? What do you think?
Yeah.
Only in America. Remember, meaning in a Soviet, America, a style would be a good and then I defamation.
Okay.
A man called for a mubumi. The castle there be a special on the Mokano or a comfort.
See, it is finally, as some years see America, they see Ghana. All kind of saying, say, if you say, oh, Ghana the same fast at the back court or Ghana ha, and the same fast co America. But America the end of Buama and us, Ghana had the end of when Yanisa.
Your money at the throne. In Nigeria, and the Memuna and I said, assembly, I had the evidence.
Okay.
I had the evidence. And I Ghana having a jury trial. It is sometimes. And the question man would you opportunity to object to jury selection and say, put me on background checks. Would you have prejudice, disposition? I'm watching. Who can say, I'm not going to man award, maybe I didn't know how we can say near the way with a difficulty and Yasua. Or the Botia. And I'm going to answer, and Ramanga San of that in a yard. You'll be a friend of judicial notice.
Okay.
God, you know, that is, you know, make my mother. You know, me on a reading news. You know, me on a pass, sorry. The name a possible do home movie. It is a day, the whole place any idea, or to me, the vehicle one camp, I will case me. But to me, what I say, I'm taking judicial notice of this happening.
Okay.
Those are some of the things that a bit your man and your man assassin.
Okay.
Yes.
Laya, it has to say, Nano Pewdi, I could school Kakra, Yamisha. Lawyer Dominic Brenya Ochri, a private legal practitioner, and they couldn't come up at the FR Assembly Ehono. T. Kennedy, it's more the Abreye and Sono, says he say no, at the same court na Miss Triano, on Bessa Transi, na Omo Ihumu. Now, until then, no, actually said the ruling of the court and the jury, no. Want to be executed. So we say
court corona
this is Ghana habia appeal. I say Miss Ryan the Oma court no one or Satas or humanity. I don't know. Yababora can Japan campus so na yeti emu eye because announced said the act of justice, a trial for truth and accountability. Release video be see say or kase no cry edim kunim. I also no cry edim kunim. And kutabu panso edim kunim. Inti edi o kana.
Say akoyesa no. The command Rebecca so edim kunim. The anchor man because of mistrust Rebecca said there be asem yemu nwie. But otie a lawyer Dominic Brenya Chinsam na okan na. Asem de o mebua. Ementia anaso ho kwan so kase wedi hu nkunim. Canada Japan ebetimi deal with semantics. No can say asem ni nim kugo because yen ka asem ni wi.
Until a new ruling comes no. The old one no na ejira said the court no aka no enie.
But no betimi ava semantics say me so me de court ntime ka say asem ni ni.
Okay.
No asem na.
Okay. Would be execute judgment no. This all train.
This all train. Edi mistrial no enti I think that Mr. Someone met you actually, or back with better and further and better particulars. And
I say, you dear Semno. I don't say it to be a moody Semno Crano, or what to me your money, baby. According to information that I have, no. Okay. And that's what can say, dear Japan, I no Ghana Crantino. Ye Penekuno. na kind na transana jury no omani mu asesa
sympathy bi
aha nti obetimi lawyers betimi aka say sympathy bi nti ne ma ombu assembly man but on the face of the facts ne party nanka ontumi enni enkunim nti enema pi na betimi de agina so aka say there was a mistrial na so mu hwem na say no credit a ne aka sampa de ba face wa no enye no credit enye de ye ko ne enkofa fofo
80 million Ghana $80 million.
$80 million. Masa. Unya bi aha anya adwuma bio.
Na me try there. Kai.
Unya ga anya adwuma bio.
80 million. Oh, you dey so here adwuma.
Ka mere ho sa.
Oh, there be. Oh, 80 million. Never be to be there you we asimu ha ne Ghana ha no.
Okay. Right. Evans ya yankon hwe dey see ye wo parliament nra emra ohun. On say Akwatia MP ebeto dwa say NIB can it be NI for komo kope na chi no ema nra fenyo marking e kopeja asasem no buy say asemi high court saw the contempt abono or the Supreme Court ama Supreme Court aka say they have to give him a hearing by a 4-1 majority decision ibeti asem no the high court no kai bi ada ho e den na NIB for a confuse e kope na chi no
anyway
you know I'm free honorable Muntaka Mubarak so mra na omeyi sa asem na no ema ono so koya wono so ekoyi ano tie bo mode sie sabeka video no na ya boam yehunu bantai no so course or parliament right into afenyo marking
surrounding the attempted arrest of the member of parliament for Akotia Honorable Enesi Akumi by 10 operatives of the National Intelligence Bureau in 3 official pickup vehicles on Friday the 7th of March 2025 in Akotia. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Koforidua High Court on 19 February 2025 issued a bench warrant for the arrest of Ernest Yao Kumi, Member of Parliament for Akotia constituency. The warrant was served on the National Intelligence Bureau (NIB's) Eastern Regional Office through the National Security Coordinator. Right Honourable Speaker, the circumstances surrounding the attempted arrest of the Member of Parliament by the officers of the NIB was therefore carried out. There was therefore to carry out the orders of the High Court per the warrant dated 19 February 2025 for committer for contempt. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes. Mr. Speaker, there is a serious revelation in this reset government. Now, can the minister tell us this and bring clarity? He says that a court order against a citizen who is the people's representatives was served on a national security coordinator at the regional level, Eastern Regional National Security Coordinator. And this metamorphosed into NIB operatives enforcing a court order. Can the minister tell us who served this, directed this order to be given to the Eastern Regional Coordinator of National Security for it to be enforced by the NIB against the Honorable Member of Parliament? Can the minister tell us who served this order? Because he said the order was served in his answer. He said the order, the bench warrant, was served on the Regional Security Coordinator.
Right, we any somewhere Honorable Alexander Kwame Afinyumaken Okukubu Saye fa the entire Supreme Court ashe say yentwen na untie Honorable NSC Akumi na NIB before so ekoye say omo ekopeno enso achino eno eho ensem enso eno ba ke na make adwo asafo edie my yenchire mu ha say adwo asafo confirm say that night no that day no ayo no the picture na man for NDC for no kase nyo no that was in position o say apayo no me mo say e live in die one to be The NPP for no 137 no members present and voting. They had quorum to approve it. 138. The 137 and this if no say year walkout. Into almost pass there was nothing wrong. But some back walk and they say Professor Maakye also talk about Lusuma Babeno. Or see MPP Masham for 10 it do.
What's I know the almost said that year you my friends at Palace School and I said they did administration against him. Almost said that year.
No, but also in the buy no voting the buy no. Now and this year I'm 139 and MPP were 137.
Also bet me about said the other side should be me at Twama.
But I just have to say say you can say crowd come more people me enka is it true that 10 people voted against Professor Maakye?
Well, that one so no neka and then nobody has come out.
Okay, too much.
Anyway, but waka some emotional things in whatever he said. Never know kind no to the be emotional. So the okano that's based on what she's saying because on the end yate. So the okano is anything to go by her. The MPP party needs to resit among tenacity. Now among share my party because say treatment a be cause certain people are omo dia mmefi e be ba bonte be kasa sansam ne dia then it doesn't speak well of them. That's how I put it. It doesn't speak well of them. So that is it. Right. Baba,
Yanko Jaso. I was for my young fire ne entre Mastercard Foundation. Mastercard Foundation see fan to him say if we say break on so te hono don't just watch. Feel every moment of passion like a football fan. So for more no pass you nyagro kra. Now Mastercard Foundation say every match bosumi de tosumi ensa oka April bosumi de toso duasa no. So what the Mastercard etua bibia ka you stand a chance to win an all expense paid 3-day viewing experience of UEFA Champions League final for you and your friends at Aqua Safari Resort. So hanti yes o benya Mastercard ekura na okota de bia odi betuaka eno beboa ma nansa pa Aqua Safari si ho a otum say yes eye baby a se be opa baby akota pa adwodo ho a obetimi enso akobie eno nti okanfo de mawo se enne se uni Mastercard a bomode akopa bi why your transaction na UEFA Champions League final aye beba so no omo the 3 days edwako e be fa ho kanyina baby a obeda bibia na so akotra Aqua Safari ne adofo mo so makwakobi. Terms and conditions apply. Was this open more information? Log on to www.priceless.com/UEFA Africa. Na ejinchi mo biara aka.
And then me fan to him say baby a wotie baby a woda ha de bia wo pese de furniture ye bia de bia pese wo de foam eye bia no for ni nche baby a foam enafo ni eche ne ye ka say ewiase kɔ nanim no wakɔ anim bi se wiase dan no ho ana wadan ho bi no wa meet the standard yes sir wo be ka chi enti ash foam say a name wo dan na wasie no fie na wotie no ehia se wo de eye eniema kyese ema hom ka na fe ema hoto so woni gie ema ndema so wotrem watum se watrase ma wotutu otifom so na odwani achem ewo ashfom ne yakasei omo at the master class range of sofas and couches ye nei kona bia wo dem bia no ye bi ebetimi esi ho amanatimi abo na your range of modern design living room sofas and couches, center tables, wooden beds, headboards, wardrobes, dressers, bedside drawers, any enkonya ya ene obetimi de si poolside obako na ene o garden area nyina na hia ne so obetimi de wani akyem ewo eye showroom sa ewo Ghana ha nyina na afi wa kwa wo de wo twa point wo se minya wo ya mepe wo abese beta woni so wa hu de wuyi na efe yie papapa na wo de wani kyem ewo Kumasi dia na kyese wo de wani akyem ewo eye showroom sa ewo Ahojo, Santase, Kumasi Mall, Tafo, SG Mall, main officer and I said Melody showroom or casting and I said any ash from the bia a ben will be ano for any extra honum. Fraying it was 0556 579214 0556 579214 Nafi yen news. So I'm saying can't was say he nipa bonfo bi ne nam ya enei ya nom de ash foam na beba tom de say ye fresh foam ne ye yom se da bi enye no kre na ma na me de atodwa na no am se omonko a enei ya certify mo a omo ISO 9001-2015 certified manufacturer mutimi a produce foam and afi other home soft furniture ewo Ghana hanom or say enei fa hobeka ash foam ebusua no ho na ne ma enkoyi emma
ave me kan for Kessben University College the amount say school ni bia we senior high school na person to addition so and when you fear do no mo kwa we mature student for ni check Kessben University College na Ghana Tertiary Education Commission GTech aje o matum na wodomo abata Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology here no so ntino degree abodin krata wo de benyina no KNUSC and a certificate no so obi a we senior high school ta was na SSC 3 credit passes including English, Maths and Integrated Science plus 3 elective subjects yeah or qualify aggregate up to 36 or grade A up to D obetimi aba mature students and so be onye mfie du num eba no obetimi so apply na wakoto de sua so e wo Kessben University College na so admission form no bi ata multi-credit savings and loans and grabated with Science Ghana may be a uraha of Sabekabi. Kessben University College City Campus, Kumase Dum at down on the Asada House and a wedding baby away out by be at top. After Kessben Media, Kumase Dum and I feel so and crack Kessben Twin Towers, Kwame Kumase local wa on Sabeka because some year the business administration or more accounting, marketing, human resource management, and banking and finance option be our parent with Mechu soup or mere BSc Information and Communication Technology, Computer Science Entrepreneurship, BA Bachelor of Arts in Media and Communication Studies, and also a more print and broadcast journalism, and public relations and advertising. If you other course, some Bachelor of Arts in Politics, Administration and Leadership Studies, Nursing, Midwifery, Logistics, Procurement and Supply Chain Management. Nina a course outdoor ya or more ANT and pay a school ni bia pay University Akrono. You can for Kessben University College at the Mao. Se ho adesua ekoso no unya boni krata no a onkeji main campus no e wo Contas Lake Road City Campus no Kumase Dum e ba Asada House bia open wasentire bia ene wo kasa 050-163-7383 050-163-7383 and 0264-170475 0264-170465 so
me afa nchim ewo KMA ene se opeso wade na o register wa wade ne nko ade a came of some wo homa fabra na afa yenye register no emfa emam ene ebi up documentation akova wa ware wachia onya baby emfa wani enkyere na so pe baby a sabio ebo no wo fom ye be ma genuine certificate a ene Ghana mrafa wade ho enso ekopepepa KMA and also Oduweni Etre. Na the Tiana said, Oba the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly Marriage Registry Award Rotary Park na. Your solution Emma a year near Mambo Swini P. Ekahom. Was say, Wama Mote a year office one, one besho no money muti ye papa. Ebiana, Woba, na yo sebia, Obicre Debi Oba, Obejo Sona Fay, woman wedding common. Customary marriage certificate, a senukuta 102 Ghana cedis. Oba. Ye baby at the amount. Ordinance marriage certificate 242 cedis. Ye baby at the amount. Customary divorce certificate 350 Ghana cedis. Search for lost certificate 52 cedis. Certified true copy certificate 102 Ghana cedis. Afei authentication of marriage certificate 50 Ghana cedis. Filing of notice caveat both first and final notice church notice and here 142 Ghana cedis. Search for law certificate and production of certified true copy 152 Ghana cedis. So you also assign Ebwam Emma Osan Enya certificate ahudwe customary marriage by proxy and customary divorce by proxy and also a certificate to her bachelor stroke Spencer certificate ebi aha wonya nware open certificate kebe say ya be ma obi na afei and also odi anti do ha no apagya sa ha me nya nware me certificate ni and also some legislation or attestation of document and also ehun ensem ye adwuma every dwada ekosi fiada anopa na wotwe sabra meka say ye be in office no kopim se numre no num ebebo so pemu nchemu yi afre 0592 565959 0592 565959 na fe ene ending common obetumi akọ social media handles no so Kumasi Metro City Kumasi Metro City bom okwa obenyan na fe unyen edi enkomo
afi Kessben travel and tour obse mfan to enim se akwantu ho dadwe how nyina fabra beda wo mo ehemfa na wi ase utu kwan akro na bia bikura onko hoda unim air flight etimi ekosa amia no a modern ya be Kessben travel and tour na kwantu de o maye ho adwuma ache ye no nti omunimu pa ye efa air concerning ticketing reservation travel consultancy say ye chero say utu kwan kwa ha hotel we na betumi ada flight we na o maye wo de koswa eye na omotufo acheche oni nyina manage some crisis say no Kessben travel and tour etuma ticket on credit so udi uhuni ya oba so bi a menya appointment me ko business seminar bi me ko fa ne ma ba bia Las Palmas me ko China obetuma ma ticket yet free na akoba oba betu ya mpe we na apede yi anope tumi kana ne Kessben travel and tour medi enkobo na omo so emo akwantu ho no huni nyina ho enhare kwa sedum aseda house ya no mo first floor no kasa was 020-943-4999 020-943-4999 so free na Kessben travel and tour dia akwantu how nyina no womo ena eda womo abem. Right, my message no kakra na bedwafo ha na enche ebeshase edinkobo. Teacher constitution from Yamwase. Everything shows that JDM and his NDC have lost control. It seems they do not know the direction they are taking the country to. If you ask them right now for a single policy JDM will put in place to make life better, they cannot mention it. Greetings to Honorable Mebisawa Kunse and Chairman of Wofa Kofi Appiah Kuka. Teacher Kujo from Tepa and Suso. Adwasafo is sad, but your political career is over. You have no pride of place in the NPP. You loved yourself more than your party. Your own words cut like a knife, and you enjoy striking hard into the heart of your party. It's over. The NPP is now in a position it was you, the heartless woman, who started the process. Greeting to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah. Masaudu from Bantama. I will urge the government to take swift and decisive action against illegal mining and also to involve key stakeholders in finding a lasting solution to galamsey menace in the country. Political figures continue to blame each other instead of focusing on effective strategies to curb the menace. Resetting Ghana agenda indeed. Greetings to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah. Good morning. This NDC you give 50 million cedis to women banking and give 70 million to research at the presidency. Why? Are we sick as a country? So don't you think NDC MPs voted for the e-levy, but he said on the interview that she was at the parliament that day, but she didn't vote from Prince. I just have to say something there. Please offer. I'm Bunsu from Maputoja. Let us stop all SHS for 1 year. And use that money for agriculture for the country to grow. Also, no. This kind of day, that a few years can go do anima.
School the ultimate to us.
Answer will be into ya. Or be into ya.
Let's stop
free SHS. Or free SHS. Will be into ya. The first can queer fit near Cobra.
They are never be on some catty. Be never be on ma.
Okay.
Corruption yet me trust on your
okay. And a quick body, patriotic voice with him. Propaganda that brought NDC and his John Mahama into power will expose them when things were getting tough because we warned Ghanaians, but they didn't listen. Now reset is already here. It is clear that President Mahama and his NDC have nothing new for this country. Ghanaians should not expect anything good from this government. How can you promise 24-hour economy and turn around sacking people from their workplaces? Mr. President, please focus on delivering your 24-hour economy policy. Lawrence Buache from a senior Soren Kwanta. I have been wondering why somebody in his right frame of mind will say and believe that an economy that was able to support free SHS, drip, fit for purpose ambulances, etc., was criminally mismanaged, but an economy that could not even provide a common chalk, brought doom for over 2 years, was better. It's not ridiculous and sickening. You claim that your government is a lean one, yet your expenditure is bigger than the Ekufuado's bloated government. Oh, Amagana, may God help us. Happy Wednesday to Pastor Paul Boache Ansa. Midway a chat. Good morning, Mr. Host. Please tell Mr. Communication, Honorable Sam George, we are suffering from poor internet network services. We can't download anything. We can't make calls. We can't even subscribe mashup from Alice Usu Cote d'Ivoire. I'm saying the who be now say
yeah,
credit crowd or mashup no dalia ye
yeah baby
omuka bi nche telco so na enema enku right yemrafie o bibi a o kan sa na makwa odwafo
o wa ba de ma yemfa mom na yenkona ka adwo asafo de no
na te ho just
mente ho so me dika ka se wa ba be cancel menim se nka party mu sensem de nkemfa meto abontin do dwasa because nei MPP for ye reassessment omo assessment ho no ba bia ne ma ankoyi. These are all factors I'm mean se nka champagne for no de to mo ni mu a ka be boa se o de ba to abontin de dwasa ne de emwa ewom se eba se ye take decision bia enyo bia na ya na de bebe nyina ososo but ye ma abontin emeyi party ne masa se want to be because oni onkrofo edi nkomo ena omoka se emma meboa omoka na sa no what step did she take in address obi amene me constituents ne engage ye no this is the view they are giving me and mo sign consider a level no na mo hwe se ebi etimi package ne anase ye ne yi anke betimi aboa but all this why yantehwe emfi adwo asafo ebi ana okan na obi antie ba yantehwe and all of a sudden nearly ababonting now MPP is nursing its woods they said they was standing chine
akogu
kronum and was saying ayene ba nti ebema engineer kese but this is a wake up call to the MPP say omontena se na enema bia MPP lose as a problem near one eba internal wranglings na managing ye and if they able to do that a bit me abo party na
I say yema Baumia a second chance.
That's a Joseph. Okay, send your delegates no be decide.
It is on the Ken, the battle lines are drawn.
It be so bow.
Aye. It be in the best. No, on the Ken. I say, maybe on the kind say, now my cookwe frail Ken say, Ken, support me by my cookwe junior. Now on you don't make a business sitting. Like as na me oba me na wo mienu
ono kobi o se me
no akomo nya komo ni bado school fees nko an oje me ko tuti oba na o you free palo ka se ne oba ko ma me nye na ken be ka sa se okoye na do me ko benyafo na charge okọ kasa kire o mo na adwobre no mto ma adwoa na adwoa se Baumia.
Ayo.
Ken so say.
You. No. Anyway.
Di ujira ha kase na obebi mama so.
Anyway. So no me bona ko ma. Ono ko jibi wo ho no.
Ken me say so we are betting blade of food. Right, every na ye medi enkomo Honorable Kennedy kan kamo ha. Kane nhyaye so brahye kane MC Asokore Mampon. Ofia Sarah Sona Mahmoud Kabore on see a dean Ashanti Regional Communicators ma NDC Kabore post no eyache na no etua dia ba de bia me ka Kabore say mentwen you go school near a long distance run bi o ya de pa by do D-Day na ye kono no what say man for kuja no ka je so ko say me sa o ya no awe Honorable Akwaba na Honorable Akwaba.
Yeah, you mean you are not public.
1,000 years.
I make abu.
I see. A political bukra na say.
Well, I think sir. We make am Benya problem, but terrible as an America.
Pimpi.
American people we need power no. Were media name did no monument in Yes, during the lobbying, the media was not very fair to me. They decided to be a bit reserved so far as the media is concerned. Yeah, of course.
Who's the entire?
Oh, I don't know. Say Ebia, unze enipa bi wo na oni ye free bebrea. Everyone umbu. Obu onzo na so hunu na o man a certain level. video kasa na obu. Maybe I was too close to the media. And they saw me to be qualities I work around. Omubu money goes to say fees. Was I say when you're quite now call president in chain. Now ma sa opportunity now call by the piano. It be who knows a privilege. Me I mean I say so president menena. But sometimes there be a mistake. You are just blocking your chances. Obeti me up stop security ni beti me up break you down krama. Yama oma. The people who are munya no man freeze no. They tend to ignore it and as more fun is serious. It's just by that is my observation. Somebody may also have a different observation.
But I say media ni yes,
make us some media no. Yes, I didn't know. Ibu am no mo na koba nyina so no mo dimbone. Yes, of course.
Anajo boya. One na ko na eba. So do anajo ano o.
It's just by the way. It's just by the way.
Now, how has life been? Oh, free MP shy so.
Yeah.
And now MC as Koremanpo. What was the experience?
Oh, looking at it, you know, it's quite interesting and it's funny sometimes. What the mention, no, and my own who knew the difference between a member of parliament and a municipal chief executive. Once again, I be your perception say member of parliament, you know, you can't say in terms of grounding, you can't say in terms of authority. People see members of parliament, oh, to me passing MCs and as a disease, but it is not how it is. And a neoma MCs access a neoma MCs any if no access to no MPs no money a big crasser. Yes, in terms of the hierarchy, they are on top of it, but in terms of development and control of the ABR constituency in the municipals, so MC here, Sebio, Obune. What I say na ordinary man no ne bibia ye adwuma said ye kwan ofa so bia ofa so ye na kwan pepepe na MP so ba ho no so bu no no bibia pepepe. The MC is more powerful than the MP.
On a president or
because MP could have just MC na sign. MP common fund ni sika no obey. And I pass as ya go bibia MP timi kwachira asase.
Just a DC.
I just a DC and as MC na chira say monko fast as we na say.
But who say
ana say absorb for mo. Say MC yanka say yenko ye dwuma wo ye bitima be buatu ogu. Enti enkofo nje dem nim the difference ni papa. On the mention ha enti ana ya fanes ha enti ubozi ye kope MP na ye nam na ye professors.
Na me ka say to be DC na dwuma kope MP.
Of course.
Why?
Eti bi ye abu na time aso say woko. Ozo buti me first time second time. We first second time. You can go again. What I say but say obi won so wa office say I say me so me come ra she be na me so me dey ko here. But one say the difference is say yetimi say obi come member of parliament yes is any pakro no onye onko school but yetimi fa DC obi onko school say dan ko DC. You see where the problem is. But ohwe omu so pa de odi mra ye adwuma pa ese ne de no ye mistake Ghana be lusu ska pa DC for MC for because he is supposed to know all the laws, the financial, everything about finances and nothing for you. That's what me. Just a technographs for the bishop when because what there you oma approvals, although you don't spend. But now my approval say yenya there they never told ni na bia de ya pese ye me van say be say change of use of a land you pese say bia asase bi da na nka park you see da ne park na akosi dan so won te land issues asia and I said land use and special planning on tiasie emra no on tiasie
ownership of land
kwakwa sign obekura na de sebi we do two verse as kura komo obi ama na fa no kwa na de nsem bebre de eba and say onipa no any that background na and I say onje na nya well educated na say wonye very good pa no na de no kwatena so ngo MC ya de bi o to no etwafa no so nti ni nyina ye ade bi asa wa nya very careful na say ya nya very 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 diligent say they do say yakwa akoyi MMDCs na sefo betima me say if I have my way and MMDCs kura no and kamaka say e be appoint to obi a yam for certain criteria from bra which I say as minimum qualification should be there or if you don't have the one say na man for beka say I'm just being as a me synchro for and as a me can you maybe a ensure that feasible. but don't say obi the finance a year betu anim say sign paper so MC na so ntimi nkan a obende and answer was sign is local government ye de mre bia ba ye say act bia ba ye kwa bonten akwa implement ni aka kire say bia asase we say you dey make cancers because asase is one of the most expensive and things that war ye ekrum ha on the major now be na MC ye de abeto no akwa na da ko ebibi foforo so MP tworo ne brofo ba na so ntimi nkan a MP letter na aba no na je say wo we den o science so now they no because MC MP but MP no so the letter ne ba the requisition ne ba you are supposed to assess it and make sure that the thing is feasible sika na also the come obi no nipa kro no na do wo technical assess or the ko chiro mu say ade we also the come nipa we nipa na mpa we hia na so we hia one me no na say no you have to do it.
Okay,
besides that no the police military security apparatus you are the chairman of the security council.
Okay,
and the police be move now we no move ya if grass say problem o krom ho a na se pese de curfew baso a krom ho a una be advise the minister for interior say I don't know in fact you impose curfew and say me impose curfew because you have to call all your security heads and the security commanders not na say mo music and mo risk and some mo dice na mo take a decision before you advise the minister for interior. So what I mention nti no one we ni ya because about MP so adwuma no so very very important. Well mo so mra ne beto a o mo na be hye mra na o ne de beduru assembly ho na on so be interpreting na de adwuma. So nti wo hwe in all na dia medina ka say obi adwuma e kama pa but omo a omukuta puduo anazo omukuta foto a on betum dey develop a district and say municipal and say constituency no majority of them no MPs MMDCs no more influence also.
Okay.
Than the MPs no. Na me fa konya we so nchia obi bia o hweme. Especially yishira otekoko so 24 apipio. Ene atram konwa nananom adehye nom ne amahene nom ne abrempon ne adikrufo no bia otie mu bia MPP4 mo Ghana fa na nyina especially nchia so ene asokore mampo na mache ndisi fo nyina so na makajiro mo so mo hwe na omututu ne omayi na Ghana no ya tokodo
omba e kakra omayi hono say
me di anka on a very fair view me benya anka me mo 100 days no. Okay. But the woman see keka corner say for day I think say 100 days no man kasa kire so manyi so for so nyina ya be for so ahye watade ana me boa ana ya hye mpaboa ana nyaza yeah but so far na there as I said no omuni oma no mu ye ne budget no mu ne ba na menim say e be ko budget ne wansam ne akoka wansam budget ne gwade ya na me ka no house aka say we shege budget pa shege budget ne shege pa shege budget no mu de aba no but so share the feasibility of it. Visibility of the budget no you can see say who you be a war accounting background as only anything about budget na something and that realistic, it's not any achievable. The reason why is I make say that achievable no say every budget be no you the expenditure part of it and our corresponding part and also a revenue part of it. They make out just here. It's already where we see expenditure and share expenditure and go on before so be no. Now go the revenue aspect of it and I say the income aspect of the budget no. The two of them no a high deficit no crown so my and a too wide. I think they are talking about 46 million BBB, so 46 billion deficit on the major. And we say no, we have to five ways when you find a way on BC close to that gap. And the policies and program be no day that deficit no between the expenditure and the income and as a revenue no BC close to that gap. And the policies are put in place. A juma be now they ba. On the major nti nyina ya de bia se wonyu obi a we are very well versed and also what knowledge about budget na omo de beto because o my and kama pa
okay
se so ameno ka say USAID some of the because budget no finance of budget na obey about 3 components OIGF, that is a consolidated fund, to ebi wa donor agencies beba ebi also through loan they make out say and the other means are office be call release bond and as over kobo boss and as for our market so and now normal way nyina no ayeye won adwuma nyina no so wo hwa now de betoto se see ya e kwa be no mfa so wa o mente e be fa so be fulfill that gap na e war budget ni in term between the expenditure and the income and as revenue na eba no and say ya wo hwemu probu budget no me ankasa no me kan me nche de hunu how we can close that gap of 46 billion Ghana cedis no but we share the expenditure no so ni nyina ya de bia ye hia sika no hye
okay
ana taxes no so be bia nka ebenya bia taxes no ne levies no so and some of the levies ni bi ho ana say taxes ni bi won so and so no ma ye free ebi won so ko ma reduce no ebi won so almost are the policies and also the program parliament has squashes that the money nyina the only revenue aspect I mean so mo dey buy ya bit me am is kakakra new introduction no the reintroduction of the toll booth. But then also no we kwan enam so and na sefo na also kwaji toll booth na and also say ade bia when they talk about fairness so so or you be so you be say you soon say the say we are not being fair to the road users as well. So that's it. Kakra metimi aka say be call ye probu further no I think I can come in there.
That's it. And I can you can come and what say then can Amari
Ava
akaba
e bro
na ho ye de
adom
I say why say Real Madrid no you shall cry no relax push no my cry say you relax I don't Godfathers no do so
Ava maybe I make say he who laughs
laughs best
and most soon I also so like I said we are just barely 3 months into office and, you know we are trusting the process and I Juma also said you intimi nyina wie dakro and so see and tutoye and komodie ekoso but bia man penin feel say emre pabi so a ebetima asoma boa na yedi o man na drum pempen so nyina yehwehwe na why not we avail ourselves but sebi yesoya no pakra edware ebetena Kessben na ye chire mu chire Ghana for said ye niam ko ni nyina ya adwuma ni bia so make us adwuma no an ye no but if a bigger responsibility come ye di ni nyina beka ho na ya to aso aye
the honorable kai or say budget no shege budget
afano pa mi mo baso ni encha mo na encha watifo ni mo hwefo all over the globe ono ajibre ni adaje na oni di dwumade ya no pay mame encha honorable it's a rare privilege and then the kan ya meni no share on the platform budget dey buy dey enuanu mem before mama na din bebre you know I'm not surprised this is the first time so I made the Zongo version of a din I'm not surprised that by and large you know we share free Bronya Bosumi Chibosumi and so much 11th finance minister the budget to Ghana for him now how widely it's been accepted said the Ghana for so more said you will be a person of friend depending on your situation and how you see things.
I'll be even following the debate on more
and
the details now APP you know
I mean Sebi I feel say susan ko wi ani hu isu to wi ani hu ma bi susan de board hu ye kan budget no wi commentary bi members of parliament bi start here no mu make both on traditional media on their social media platforms and the no I think so munya kwanya kan budget ni no yesterday I was following now mahu say most of them have begun to reserve their comments and some of the wild allegations. Some of the wild allegations. Some of the wild allegations I don't make.
Some of this guy research. Bra Women's Bank is who saw Rosa say Democratic Party. This guy the boy mobile for no 1 year budget at the Jubilee House on my inflating or bare and something percent. My priorities and according to them I will say
you see yes Bruni say he who comes for equity must come with clean heart na ye butaye ne asemo there ni so a ye ne Ghana food hu komo both in opposition, a campaign, even in government. And let's say you better cut down wasteful expenditure. The offer 2024 budget now offer component on government machinery, the sub-component just last year, Now here be to say item 4. That's where you see research. And in research, Nana Danko Gufado, government machinery requested 327,777,676 Ghana cedis.
326 million.
Yes, for research. If today the same government machinery 70 million a call for researcher, have we cut down and as we have inflated? We are going to offer government machinery, goods and services, because at the presidency and at the government machinery, you will never be why you cannot touch them. If you touch them, this will be a person who wicked to workers, workers' salary compensations and whatever. But discretionary expenditures is a goods and services. So some of these things, you know. I don't know why we talk as a person me this say and I'm a person me to say. Look at their budget 2024. How much did they spend on goods and services? Goods and services alone 544,032,392. And then how much? We spend a little over 300 million. And who is cutting down? Who is making savings? The America says a budget, you know, 1 million projector and to down.
PowerPoint presentation.
This is last budget. Now you have first budget. Now you pick the various points. Last year, government machinery requested, and it was approved for 2,074,827. That was the kind they call government machinery. But I keep hearing them quote 326 million. Who be almost compensation? Government machinery compensation. So you go and pick one item at government machinery. The audience will compare entire budget of a government machinery. That is the dishonesty. A intellectual masturbation. And ya the part.
You want to go back.
Yes, President Akufo-Addo did 2 billion and 70 something thousand. We are requesting 2.7 billion. A difference of about 630,000 Ghana cedis. We agree saying Sika government machinery no.
630 million.
Yeah, a call under President Akufo-Addo. But you say personnel sir, now government machinery budget will have to cater for them under President Akufo-Addo. Are they the same today, Anna? David? Ghana Broadcasting Corporation alone, workers is amounting to about 1,300.
And then you know about Abacha presidency.
Because there's no more Ministry of Information. In Modern Ministry, no how budget to go at the ministry level. It doesn't make them political appointees of the government machinery. But because they have been moved under government communication for budgetary purposes, I was saying government machinery. ISD, Information Service Department.
Tell us we share.
Some because you go ministry to you makana. So we must be real with ourselves.
Information ministry now standing.
No, but
because it seems that they are spending on your ding now. Why shouldn't they stand here? Because you are cutting down
political appointees.
The number of ministers, you know.
Political appointees at the ministry. Sometimes you need to give them certain even your friend is saying essential conditions, special conditions. They were amounting to about 80, and then they are just 5 at Felix's office in same way. That's what I say. It's all other ministries who are collapsing. So because you say President Akufo-Addo started 125, and he said year 60. What it means is that you track 65 land cruisers away, 65 ministerial bungalows away, 65 saloon cars away, 65 allowances, travel allowance, whatever away. Bisa I won't say how much you can cause as getting in Abuma. So those realignment was very necessary. Because you say we are attending work at home for my and sanity.
Okay,
you know, offer. I mean, this is a say na fata no yenu no ento omobo we are not yen prepare ya hunko ba bi ha one country when you do constructive criticisms sabi yesi di otwa san ko nim se na chiachi this o ka twi adwen sisi we di anya now go to the drawing board, but do not mix figures. Do not compare apples with mangoes. Banasa and Chirimano Kure is showing BBF. You intend to mislead them. And misinformation is a dangerous thing in democratic dispensation.
Honorable, we worry as go. I have a cons from my power, but honorable.
Yeah, well, seriously, budgets in India. So I can say Okahuasema be no be brave. Because it's a big document that need a lot of time to discuss. But I mean, budget na semba ku bi. MPP, which Nansenya the budget no, the growth for number 5.7. Yes, I know Mokan was yes.
All the Ghana service, yes.
And this was on very set here. The Honor set here for United Keke. Omoberry set ya categories, ya easy, I have fine negotiating in every year. Omuwie and only baby, Omo projection akakudu 4.6. Intinka, Yadiano. So, we fano ye cry no went to me and yashi crank and give us our 5.7. Now, growth our more can was a more projection is our 4.6. Oti a bifris wa look at the gap ababeto. And you say I don't be resetting a shrinking the economy of Ghana. And umbe any day. One the Michiri, the Susika doors, and you are saying who did you on the phone. As some make us say the services. What the budget that you need to that's what they call local language. Now compare man vote yes.
O man in yeska.
Yeska.
Senka udi the rich.
Ka udi anaza wo ye no nan kai seka fe ba wo ye na ofo. Sa na sia na ti o. Ananya sa. O man you see the economy no grow according to the statistics by 5.7.
Yeah.
And another dan kwaku for the guy. O buy also what cut cost. Why we have video projection already projecting o projected 4.6%. And just say, oh, call the saying because it seems you are going to collapse some institutions, also collapse some a part of the economy. And so when you have that kind of growth, it's why you crowded there. The projection should be where you came to meet it 5.7%. Now you say when you zero growth after the year, but now what you are saying is that you are going to have a negative growth. And the idea so powerful. Edi why ehenifa ana ebe from on the general ehenifa na ebe from because your target no kra no is not even up to them what you have left where we are now. Edi economy sector be na obe closing it down. They now be shutting it down to get the negative variance now on. So enti mo ma very careful about the way it is. Be fees a budget no now no more appropriation. Sometimes during the preparation stage, and no be broad refia, you can add up. So on the mention, and as I say, finance ministry, so move fees baby or more fees so they can go and bring it up. No matter by add up now, man by I complete and sana we are by passing the final appropriation. No, I'm making an idea, Juman. It is not too late. They can adjust it or they can amend some portion of the budget. Whilst the debate is ongoing in Parliament. So on betime hu bibi emra omudi hu abobo emra se badwam ni nyina no betime hu bibi ani o ma yakon because the omo kan ente ase economy grow by 5.7%. Wo ye o de nyina de budget beto wo kasa budget ne ka tra se budget ne shege budget no wona me che no wo ye ni nyina awie ya o se growth na o expect no for the year ahead no 4.6%. So no it's a one chance ya kra na wo di kan awie dada. But you are supposed to beat the 5.7% na ijaho edema no. Editina make us say, "Oko share the income and revenue side of it no." I just almost said any policy be a bit to me grow the base of the economy, a bit to me add up to the growth of the economy.
24-hour economy.
The 24 hours economy now omude banning no mo kan wasam. We are budget no mo omunya anwasem bia. Oman kan wasem bia. How they are going to go about it? And I know me obi radio so nipa na kase so hware no a omude demand supply na kodu ba bi nti omo na importers be kasa na importers no akoka kire omo supply omo from foreign you know say omo from companies nemra ana buzo omo say do you know the capacity of Japan first Toyota produce 10 million vehicles every year. 10 million vehicles every year. Ghana demand saying how many people are the Toyota brand cars brand new. Until you visit Toyota, enko tunnels factory mu anase on konko ye budget no fa similar factory na or the manufacturing vehicles no what Japan no on fa mra Ghana ha because the demand chain is out there. What capacity is saying companies bi o okay so mra Ghana, they look at the size of Ghana economy. And now look at the size of Ghana economy now, they look at the population. Because consumption, so when you have production, now consumption new Obeka could produce na kwaka warehouse, na kwaka stores. People don't have the capacity to buy. And as any parent come be one said duane, kra o ye duane now ye bulk friend is a preparation e ma onya mfaso. O no duane na say ni pa do
of large scale.
And large scale utimi nya mfaso, utimi no nya mfaso ma na wo be no duane abesi wo as a KFC, McDonald's, na nipa metwa. Wo boboka. And which are some of these brands and McDonald's say no Ghana, the part do a baby McDonald's. Officer say KFC they say before penguko. All the mention but to mukrano, Sayan and Nipana Bene, a beto.
Okay.
All the mention but to cob economy baby, Ko Germania. Ebia a yunkwa, your friend say Frankfurt population and Ghana the epe. And you can say oh no far Ebia McDonald's in free Gem UK. US and I say baby enko Yemen when you say people are there to consume. But Ghana or they be kwakota akoko ni bibia 1 million the fufu edi. Fufu no so in 1 million. As am God senti. And no be why I don't feel say so simple. But ya dey hwe akoko mo say ye be research akoko. Enkoko ye produce in Ghana ha nyina. Ye we no. Emu 30% the crowd ye crowd ba. Ti ye ka say Ghana me mfa akoko bia mfiri ba bia ma Ghana ha crowd no. On the mention, and you know, I don't know, you should be able to find a replacement to the policy need demand now. Or say, I could be baby now, they bahano. So, where in your proper replacement, and you ought to be seen a name one. Obakoye, I did now because the Omu headed towards import as import restriction. No, that's what they're doing. They should do import restriction. Yeah, the Biana person made this cool protest as a cool leaders and never compare. Ghana has it, but over Burkina Faso, what Tory is doing in Burkina Faso, you can see that the guy is consciously growing the economy.
Positions more feeling.
And I'm making say he's consciously growing the base of the economy of Burkina Faso. Or say Burkina Faso, you have a prison for you, you have a lot of grains. And was it grains? And then I say for a car, because the chromo for no It's my Syria no bibia yem fan ko ba biansa yem fan gu krom ne kromundia ko du ba bi no mu sa afedi o man ye self sufficient ansa no matimi de bia pia kwa abonten wo ne ka na ho nyina wo ba no ko nyina gold mines na no stop wo ne krofo mu fa all the gold mines ano mu 2 gold ni nyina oni gu ho bo ano wie no ano so obi odi ne ka bia watua ne ka otua e ka bia odi bia ama wiase obi odi ga bia ne sia no mu ne ka bia rather no they are rather omu pile up the gold deposit.
They have spent 12 million to build tomato factory.
I'm telling you.
Yet Ghana ha ndosi prokwa.
Masa, me see the bia, me see the cars, me who say wakra na omudi free time habo. Twemo kumase e dia ko Burkina Faso no masa.
Nyawre ho Ghana.
Oh, nti ade nyina ne say and obi wo ho the system, the leaders are one way or the other no e feel is Ghana for. So we need to rethink. Can we have opportunities of resetting? As a cow resetting in such a way, be a Bema Ghana. You to me, Akoyanim. But you resetting Ghana, the Ako, a unit there, where there's a power, was there our first cassette. On the old Bonumana, a Bobos, I know, Nakasiano, and more no Nakasiano, no air, one baby. And I just and to rewind the hour rewind this Akochi. That was a humanity no kufu or baby, the Bonkumuso. But said you must see any day. I say, I didn't call borrow wine or wine no or for the mum.
Okay. That's it. My main concern my power. Oh, come on, be bar. Now my boss. Now fe he trahwa mame. Bia. About to say.
I had to have a family original time and location.
Be bar. Remember we went home. Now fe yaba. That's
yes, boss.
Afaba.
Yeah, ja.
Now where dey?
Nyamianto.
I don't pay Tabia say.
Nyamianto. Tabia say boko. Don't say ni.
Fantastic.
Enupani ti ye ho ye pa, Yesu adom ye ho ye pa. Na mo so ye.
Yes, ye ho ye pa. And a day na go mai.
Na me mamo malaria de na Tabia herbal mixture no. Na me de mamo. Che se on se sisi anu nsu no toto. nti ye den ya ntontom no ene ye neti malaria no so dɔɔso nti me kan fo Appiah herbal mixture no e de ama obi a wotie bia nti ma me chia watie fa wotie Kessben anopai na me mo akwa aba emra Appiah Herbal Company Limited ye ne kofa ba ye de Appiah herbal mixture be dwamai so Appiah zanike Appiah takum e na Appiah herbal capsules no ti anopai mini oba bia ne barima bia wadi emfie dumienu e kro no nom Appiah product yiyi edin komo ne pepese me ma ohunu se yare die ba monkaye but yare ni nya to a wo akwanya se obetimi ama yare na free ni padua mu ntempa so a won sonson ho yare ba ko edinya na ehu pan so eye atridi yare ne malaria no enti Mr. ba bia wotie mi bia no pay wanimu ato waposo no waposo untimi ni di aduane to yemu ana wo fe waye bohu waye ha be kwere Appiah herbal mixture ni bi na start no nom na emoa o ensiesie onyisa yare ni nyina emfi mu obi ho a malaria no atena ne so achepa eni ni moja nyina fa enti bo so ojonso ani sei yellow ase machine so die wa hei enye ebasa atena ho ache say Jones nso a Appiah herbal mixture ni bi na enonom ma enyi saade ni nyina emfiri ho ena ebio ye wo enubina bi wo Appiah herbal mixture ni mu a eye for ma se okofichira wote yawo ena afen so ni fichi kosem so ensisi so yie kra ma ni bebre wo ho a omo hormonal imbalance no enye unse se de nyankopon ye ni pedua na wo se bosumi bia no moja ne besne eko but ma ni bi wo ho a edidie mu enye ena se de obesi ya no numunuo basa nso eka ho but ye wonu binane ahamba mi a sa nu binane haman na ye twetwe ema ye dikonya sa eduro aye abrofuduro no enti the best thing ebebo wa ne se nka obenuma bibiduro no because no an ye twi free mu a na ne end product na be ma wa abrofuduro no enti uye oba na utimi anopai na ukofichira wote yawa hormonal imbalance na enye papa wo se enka oba bia no unya ayon kakra wo ni padwanim wanya zin kakra wo ni panwanim se be ya bosome so a o menses ne ba etimi abakama enye ma nyina na saade ne wo muso nti bosome so obi o ka osa ya ne mekeka ho oni moja kra wo ne system nti e ba se di pain na eba bosome ne so abunu se okofichira wote yaw sa nu binane ahama no ebi wo Appiah herbal mixture nim enu nti ne ka se wo oye oba na okofichire na wote yaw ana se o menses no entimi maye eba esububu se wo se ba 5 days ana se wo se ba 7 days ana se wo se ba 6 days no wo de be na eba be 2 days ade chia na etwa na asako yi ni ti the same month ne kro bitimi menstruate be 3 times enye normal Mr. Unya Appiah herbal mixture ni bi na se wonom a eyi sa de asi kwan ni nyina e de free homa na afi wo ho ato and apart from that no yare a ehu ba konso ye typhoid fever ni ye nete papa because nsu a ye num ne nya obia se obi o so mekwa akoto eyi sachet water o se mineral water ni ba bia ka de kenka ne se pure water mpo sansuo na ye nom no unim mpredodo a edi e wo sachet nim eda wonim baabi a nipa ko wabu afri a wode egu sachet nim enti yensuo na yenom ne kra de e hotitiu pa na nke fa typhoid fever ni free because untimi mfu ani nhunu emoa wa ewo ensuo nim enti nke ya advisable say Appiah de wo se o ma ne ben wo wohu na wonom se be ye be prevent o se wonya typhoid fever ni bie se wonya bi no wotimi no ma ne ye Appiah herbal ne de nyankopon adom obe 20 years muni yenchi aboni bia o bia na obi anom my complaints bia say me nom Appiah herbal mixture no say na to me nyame adom de etia ne say me nom aduro no ayaresa aba menum aduro no bi kra ho na yare bi kra hinta no on say nubna ne ama na ye de ye aduro no doso enti enye ni nyina so na FDA be ma ye kwan say ye ntwe aduro no ye ntwo yare ahodo a esa ne fangu ho enti obi ho a onom Appiah no bon say yare fufuro bi a na hinta no na akoyi sa yare ni nyina ba enti bon so ofre wo say Appiah menum ye mo say treat malaria mo say etu typhoid ase mo say etu jaundice ase mo say esa menstrual problem ba menum ye mi wo yare fufuro bi a me hu say Appiah herbal mixture na koyi ni nyina free ho dia maye ni ehu sa mpa ye no bina na ye de ye aduro no sa yare said ye hwehwe no ye nipadua ni mu adwuma said ye hwehwe no enti mesro yare de ya yeti obi de ne body ne bae but enke ba se e be kasa na ebia na obi yare da ho a ontimi nsori ma na ontimi nka nche nsem pacho o de me wo interview ha say ti jimi body ne koye bra mesro enye possible enti wapom de ho nsem no ma ne hia na ekura mu ye because unya taabia nnu no na ono no a boa o siesie o hyehye o ye o kama ya numbers ne 0243 686861 0243 686861 and I say 0245 749206 0245 749206 opedudu to our Colinac Herbal Misty Herbal Lapidank Herbal Base Life Pharmaceutical PFA Yellow and Orange Saks Pharmacy and Pharmacy one more muji no door so and crying so okore pash tinatet na nabo achemo dependable pharmacy a obenye bi obwase ye smart herbal omunyina omuto bi sunyane so ye moze na root herbal ne won mo maka ye no ni minim baby a ope bia unya bi nto obi ho fro pese mepa cho anopa no pese be hu doctor ntem na time be na minsim me frefre bi akoforidu ya mepa cho ye nya clinic ye pharmaceutical company ye herbal company ye nduro ye nya clinic say bia ye tabia herbal clinic so wo ba ho na wo be hu doctor ye ne ne sa ye de ne say nyankopon adom ode adom say ye nya aduro no na ye mfama wonom timpa wo cho say utie mi na yare a mebubo so nyina tena wo so ache wanu maduro bia nkwa me se fata bia heba mecha no eye waduro nenom because of moringa na ewo no ene paulina pinata na wota bia heba product ne mu ntina wo di treat yare a mebubo so ya eni gina wo ni padwanim na yare no afru ni padwanim de bia me ba ya me sisu dua se mpa wo cho se de ye duro na ho odin sitie ene nubina ye de ya yenim se de ko ni padwane esitie ni nti tabia heba mecha no ukoto a wo yi free bottle ni mu a men fantwia embomu half na mpacho onu aduro wo fie se wo nom a onnom ne santi mpacho enkase me de bibiduro de me nom a me hwiegu cap ma ne yema ye nom aduro sa wo yesa wa abuse aduro ti de bia me catch o se ye wo bottle bi e de hye so se ye jai enti wo to bia fa atra wo yusu wo fie na wankasa hwie me yenu guso anopa na wanom watchen 10 minutes na aduro no ni padua no enya body contact na ewura veins nim akoyi yare bi afri o wi 10 minutes no betima didi ewia so saa watchen 10 minutes enwumre so saa watchen 10 minutes enkofa bottle no na enkobie so mfa nkotwia nkohomi ngum na ensa nkono maduro no basa eyesa wasa ye aduro no wa contaminate no wa manframa akwa aduro no tide bia preferably no wo de woni athre a disposable cup kitwa yi bi fasi u bag im na fa share aduro no so wa niti no niti white one a kata bottle no so no ene de o meja me inside the good disposable cup ni mu a wanom wo wi ahoro wa de mo de esiso kama wakata so fe enya insi awia so ema awia ne mu aduro na ankogene no afasi be bi kama ma aduro no preserve ye sebe ya wo betimi so akwa akono biom obi so ho a o treat malaria na o say me start se me num na 3 days pepepe ena me hu se me ho to me ntimi jaisi wo kra train na me sa akofaye malaria de wo treat a make sure se one maduro na ma nyina akọ enkosonson no na ade omu chini kra no yemre ni ntinti mesrew onti bibia se o pese ye chiro bibi number ne 0243 6861 and I say 0245 749206 o frey ya de onti ase bia ntabia herbal product ya ye ready say ye no bedi enkomo
so over that's right Eko tabia heba center ekoje enkratoi ebai minso be pedrebi na etimi so abwao Kabari quick one na eyenko we have other things to talk about.
Yes yes obi eni ho a oton akoko be die kwa de we bia na wase kire growth I revise from 5.7
to 4.6
the hard pillar per se taking.
Almost say economy now must say no
because
and no my 5.7.
Why did we get
a fair must say
be at what cost?
Okay.
You held on to 1.3 million Ghanaians bondholders. Almost 240 billion for 2 years. And the growth you could report 5.7. Yen as Ghana report to 10%. But we yes, we don't intend to hold on to BSika. Monje na moye ye no a ama pensioners bi afamu afirimu ebi afamu anya yare krankro ebi kura yere no mu agya wo mo ne ade no say ye say sika no tue obi asika ma no. We don't intend to do any sort of haircut. Until no, definitely you will not see Sir Galamsey growth no no under their leadership. What was even their target? Not a real economist, sir. Their target was 3.4. Real economists. Now my target is 3.4. Until the 5.7 was as a result of our domestic debt exchange program. Be a real economy. Na nipa no wola. Yes, sir. Be the other ya wu hunu nyame. Me am butu na me hunu nyame.
Okay.
So ma mu aye din na ban wuntimi a. Sabi de wakwa hodidie mu agoto bon ono no obetimi that hardship nti ukwaji ne sika. Wo de tabo kwoto ne sika so. Don't do that. Let us me no fa.
Now this year my time.
24-hour economy hum komo edie. Eme de say neinu komo ahyase regulatory frameworks ye kai. Go sabi enyo share is about the industry, a private industry or person rolling onto the program. It's also about government conscious effort or person or amend the existing labor laws. So now I reflected the aspiration of working around the clock. But even in this budget, you could see that deliberately government is making conscious effort to empower certain private and public institutions to start the 24-hour economy. And I do 11 year the budget document come out Ghana publishes. They worked 24-hour economy to give us the number of copies we needed. And they say you push 500 million Ghana cedis into printing of textbooks for kindergarten, primary and GHS. So 500 million, say according to some state publishers, any private company, do you think they will operate like they used to operate? And they pump about 300 million into local pharmaceutical companies or more sanitary pad. I mean, they are common school kwara. Sa companies, do you think they will operate like they used to operate? So it's about government conscious effort. At the anchor on Rai Koto and then ye ton we kurum haya. Ye disikane shemo jumanu bet then you are able to give us the feedback. That's what we do.
Okay.
I am happy. The Burkina Faso concept now will try. Which I know will try. I think I was here in Nigeria be free because of Burkina Faso. Because we'll be bringing less than $10 million. Now they are called establishing tomato factory. Now when $11 million. Now the Kotom Konyakogu Bank of Ghana officer. It shows the priority of the two countries. We must begin to prioritize our needs. Dear Abahe here, and it was atrocities. But he said, "Dear, we have fire or arsenal." That is why we believe cutting down wasteful expenditures, rationalizing revenue mobilization.
Both parties are guilty. To me, factories 20 million criteria got 24-hour economy senke you. And so Mama say we say doom so honorable baba so
Ghana publishers. They have been working 24 hours since omo ye go for me juma 24 hours. We say David Asantemo.
Yeah.
E call reform ho. E ye bibia say sad the face of Ghana publishers. Ananka mu nye juma kora anye. Na omo office na basa na say for omo ye juma no aye 24 hours kono because of no one e ma no mo ye e ba ya kora bibie branch. Kumasi.
Na no makoye you ho actually. Makoye hwimu bi ho chire me ba. Come on. I was about Bia number do so asaba. Dear Costa Ashanti region say Minister Beshe body. But can we take him by his word? Safi dear because I'm not paying a mania complaint still like Binum Kanya. Dada no
me da se bebre. Yeah, na me pese ehwe how be how of mine in the perspective of say yade abo nipa. E kwan e be fa so e benya no pumansibiration not really about say e dey ensetre obi so. So say NDC buy into Kania Dum na Urefis and Raubin so teso Kania Dum ye. To the extent say Okobisano grass on for timetable Mrama anu ye kra ne Ghana fu bebre adwene anko. To the extent say Drew baby kra no pem so kra to na numu to ka say mo preso ya hye me dem ne ma nyina say you blame game pointing just one finger at one particular group. Now we've not been fair to ourselves. Many Ghana ni bia titu bi o wasantimamu a oka dum so ana minkas light no anyina so nsunsanso a e kanu many ne adwene ofa ye cry ye nkramofu yi say sorry ahomache na ye be hitin zo ni enya light ofa say o how kese pa de mayo ti sabe adena ekoso no enye nipa ba ko na etia no enyina no ekotia ya enye ni so no na santimantem na nsan die kura die na mse preso ne ya doso original minister Sheyembo say one energy sector minister kasa am owura no bae no nchiremu a ba kire say a substation wa homa so na e wo 66 MV a ne yusu e wo hodada but ne wo hwe demands ya e wo metro ni ehu ntoro ni ntwada so no a be here a more sophisticated a year ebeboa nti na omu yi 66 MV no na omu replacing in 145 MV. It's a major exercise at Gridco one ashasia one nti definitely was a kania no nyina so said ye hwehwe no but areshemu any assurance a woman say once that exercise is completed, we should expect a very stable power supplier. Beboa ama wa de odi efi mu adwuma household for wa de odi business and all of us are affected in diverse ways, you be to me anya asam no pomasibre. This has nothing to do with generational capacity, because currently, even at peak levels, you hear about 3,980, almost 4,000. The country is able to generate around 4,100 and something. It has nothing to do with generational. I've heard mere well-meaning Ghanaians say, they are calling for load scheduling timetable. But before you do load scheduling, not just say, deficit. But this time, we are meeting demand and even exceeding kakra. But those technical issues, last week say, atwemang will be a done off potem ho, Krubi for Maakye barren in potem. Omukwa de no, nsubrani bi toyema, post bi bubu ye, omu conductors to 2 years. Of definitely says incident says here, can you know to me so? I know so ECG, minu ka say no more ti omu nsafri ho and also more restore power. What is happening in our energy situation is unpleasant. Yenyina nya yede that ye minister this is semwa waka eni dwuma grid kofo ye no grid kofo nso ombe speed up na no mo manhia grid kopeni no ankasa short kokko so say in the shortest possible time no they will be able to fix the new experience and transformer no that 145 MV so the beya ebetimi anya stable power ebeboa because 66 na holding so that's a few meter so dan bebre 1 meter so o habu nsa trepe eno atimi dum na trepe because load na was no do so but with the 145 and looking at the demands na free asantima mo ba no will be able to manage anu antimi emfri nipemu ennum asen when if you said demand no do so ntino ye nyina yenum so ntwen ope bigidi say enche kra anya de ebedi na light no begina so ama dwuma de epese ye de bia no ye de aye on behalf of ECG, on behalf of the energy ministry, and on behalf of Aban, because sebe ye say ye di jawane ye di aswa, we take full responsibility of the ecosono, right? And any inconvenience our cause to the ordinary Ghanaian is deeply regretted.
That's Kawari. Arabo.
Me makane baby. Na mesa kan bi. Me cheda nim obi a me time wo wiase. In cheda ni obi a me cheda time so I say me chiri no wo wiase. Enye me style no. I am in cheda am funny on my 2 personal money pa and tiny pa. So but do I have for the first time in my life. You ba kwa. Me chiri no kra wo wiase wa hwe ni amu na me chiri no kra me time no kra. Kessben President Mama. because of the way I handle the doom so asem. One who say doom so ya de bia. Eni kwa san ke ka ho asem kra President Mahama man ben no. One so obi timi ga say yare we ani ku wo maame ani ku papa. So na me che no. India very careful sa yare kro no. Na sefo no men hokra wo. So ahwa. Yesi bia okumu ko di bayere. Ana bayere di ko twoki no e ma ni wuye. Buse na sefo ni nyina no bayere kra e fe na bayere ko mu ma ne nche. Hwe dum so. Ade bi di President Mahama nya pa ba ko wiase. Any dum so. So be kaya. Ose dum light no so sa ma dum so etimi nya Google translation. Ona ma dum so ba dictionary mo. President Mahama never dum so ba dictionary. Na dum so na nkrofo ni. But say you know okọ Google and na okọ kobuza what is the meaning of dum so a ye be kan kire ewo dictionary. Na broni nka dum so nyetwi gasa. De kwa America broni de koto ne system so. Member definition of dum so. So what me chen. Enti na me fi senka oba no. Na nka de ba kwa nko be sheda ma na priority panka. Eni kwa so ko mani sida dum so. So and so omutna wa ma ada yede ni si akonwa so. That time na minister of energy no nya minister. Unze ne za be kai. Isi a hwede we sitie na ye oba 5 days, 5 hours. Ghana kan nyina be dum na. Oso so yato aba ma otifi obe 1 month. 1 month no. So we obi a na obi a wasan be for oba former president da. Etika tempa no hunu say aka 5 hours then as all you reactivate your contacts. So I know gasni for 2 minutes and say for 2 minutes and say minua unu say timi kasa ye bo bi hene say fa no kotena patemu a okotena patemu ni nso aye da ne nzo ye no no asati for krumo plans ana meboa obi a yedika even kro obi kra o ye de hyebrante kra no say akonwa tope a de hyebrante no obo say why ready na o fa ne plans ana meboa say kotona akwa mu pe a oni ko obefa so na wo de ato aba ma 7 December you have 1 month up to 7 January 2025. Obey do be so. Now on the 7th January 2025, na yes well in no. Now be a wa ye marking as your spokesperson another transition is no your energy no. Ejina ho complaining. Say aka 5 hours of supply. We every day payment was na one company at the end na make na all the energy you for no omomo agent notice of power no as na make. So and it's a new moka any excuse of Mundubano. Ubeti me call so Jacob Antracher. No pens one, he even know better and more details than all ministers now, you know. A binding in our together now. Because also no intelligence and he's surrounded with a lot of people who are very deep so far as the economy and all sectors are concerned. When you say it is being as a yeah norms as a sea crown. So I can be feed out university degree crown. I am farmer. So those are norm. You see how they uncle school ni obia ye na so de shebrante na so onye o to papa so a. It was obia mfana de shenku school. So hwe bibi ti say hia hene professor mu ananta lawyer. All the major no because I'm boba I can talk about people with very very rich educational background. We are very very knowledgeable. No answer about monte abekasa no woni de oka so enti mo ke awoma so planta na yedi be na sifo nyina eno na ya additional ana meboa sa plant de ma na so e kan ya dada okumase o ana na so e kan dada okumase edu so ba isu say excuse ene sa movement na sifo na oba no a ye kwotwa no otu opem so ko obi o ye twa no nyina no ye lay pipes ni nyina ye de ba nyina do assembly bia because me MC no anu be ka kire me say omo de pipeline no omo de aba akakra me no do municipality they need to come and inform me and tell me that this is what is going to happen. It is about omo share any bia resistance bia no you come and tell me omo me ka kire na ade na duro so omo duro akakra mo approach me municipal nti omo mama ya we asasa on beka kire me 2 years ago enti saa de na e fa form de akọ eye ho no enti yenya wiye ba me ni say wiye e bia no etwa ansa na ye na aka enframagie de befam so o ne ka kire no matisi ya say gas no natural gas na esa mo bia ma na ye momfa bi mfa mu ma me na momfa me kan ye nyina so ma me na nze de enye ma me kan ye do enya wa. So and you can talk about capacity, you can talk about generation. More opposition no mo ka kire say dum so no aye no enye capacity generation problem. Yes na mo guy. Obo say capacity problem na mom no eye yesika na enya mfa ntua. Say see am say more reset economy no. Some sectors of the economy have collapsed it. Capping mo ye free ho. Someone capping some of the economy na sifo nyina no. And sorry, some of the Igbo are capping nyina mo ye free ho. Enti amamanya a big fiscal space. So dunya fiscal space there are some things we are no some a bit more. Now no, you are even taxing some of the government institutions. Say to me and tiny their operations around and making profits. Now they continue to operate in their loss. You are going to collapse of them, some of them, or you are going to make some of them. And yes, Moka. It is our fiscal space now. Creating, you know, by dropping some of the policy and program, by uncapping some of the money in an creative fiscal space. No, most of my ideas, yes, do so no, and a generation problem. No more a sika problem. Now, more can I say?
Okay, that's it. Yeah, everyone. Well, come on, yeah, tablaso.
Yeah, that's fine. You say, Ubia one individual opinion. Who would be honorable to so be time and obey to me a time and the area and personal choice. But as for Namin Percy, I call into the details of say a blame game, because if that is really where we want to come from, then Nipa could be a Ghana for will never forget them as far as Doomso conversation is concerned. He will record for Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. Because you as vice president, now in PDS, Utimi is a condition precedent. Condition subsequent, fraudulent bank insurance guarantee. Lusu Sasika Nanka America bind the bread through the the regional energy compact agreement, losing about $370 million. Free money. Nan the lights no bibi say yesika nya nka hwan ne beko bisa no. Ujaya kufuado de esla kosia wo adi musika nyina yentimi service debt, energy debt up 2.5 billion to 68 billion. Can be bisano? But I don't want to blame. I want to profess solution. Okay. And the solution is what regional minister
Zavoti honorable candidate can come. Can I know him Rasibjeni ewo share so Osa Kwaya Bakrat Penny or Ascore Mampom and Afi Mahmoud Kabore Onosio Dean of Asante Regional Communicators Ma NDC. And you know baby na mean kwasanti jabe na mean chia minia honorable Kojo Sapom NPP constituency organizer also right Teresa Francis Efiachrewa and Sapuku. Mrs. Teresa Frances Efia Chirwa Pukta and Madame, or that from Yami Admo weekendy, Memen Day, a year no ever so a word few older Macum, the Quaku see you jabbing. Yes, I better Kumas via so supposed more. I to me sad of fooling also. And wood jabbing. I'm a cum near Dina no. More about now, Bobajan. Cody. Okay, and a bon toto, mammy.
Money to now we a happy birthday song. Na Yemfa Emma, we for Akosua.
Good morning.
I said, please help me wish my sister, Millicent Owusu-Boakye of East Legon, the happiest birthday. The happiest. From Akosua Sumwa, a Japan morning show producer. I wore a sumpa and ode and no a brain. Na page so EDB Eba Abeka Hunti, my young so far the Abba. I don't know pages or the back who come, but I may not find.
Okay, offer to we are a bar
and Tiapo.
Yapon school. It was a funny this you take the enka malam yaya and I watch around the boss me on my meeting. Then Kofi Appiah nyami ad watch na. You be say I be so ebu. Sabredi sorry. Now the general say Joe Laka or the midfield Ashagudi mun semno e de aba yakramo.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. gotta pay some bills.
From back in the day, when Afro hair was trending and children had to queue to play Kojo's video game, Fun Milk was always irresistible. Today, it's an after-school